Episode 31. Adding one more newbie to the dungeon run. It's not like it's going to make a huge difference. Seeing that Brother Expert didn't seem to mind, Tianqi and the others decided to let it go. They fought monsters while teaching the newbie, and everyone was having a great time. After chatting a bit, they learned this was Chen Yu's first time in a dungeon. He'd leveled up purely through questing, clearing everything he could. The only tasks left were dungeon-specific, so he came to find a group, and what a group he found, a top-tier one right off the bat. He was naturally thrilled. Under the expert's guidance after one dungeon run and then another, Chen Yu was already getting the hang of it. He was just new to Glory, not a complete gaming novice. After several more dungeon runs, Lord Grimm and Tianqi's crew all hit level 20. Chen Yu was a bit behind, still grinding away at 19. Ye Shu took one look and decided to lead the team through a few more runs, bringing Chen Yu up to level 20 as well. Two more hidden bosses appeared during those runs. Ye Shu led the team to victory, but today no equipment above purple or orange dropped, just some rare materials. As a newbie, Chen Yu had no idea these materials were actually the most valuable loot in low-level dungeons. He just kept drooling over the equipment. However, with Brother Expert overseeing things, Tianqi and the others felt too embarrassed to be stingy, so they explained the true value of these materials to Chen Yu. Chen Yu, however, proved to be incredibly considerate. As a newbie, she claimed she wouldn't know what to do with the materials anyway, so she politely declined everything. Tianqi and the others' opinion of the girl instantly shot up 100-fold. They promised to mail him a share, saying they'd split the profits after selling the loot.
Alright, you guys keep at it. I'm off.
Once they were out of the dungeon, Ye Shu called out to the other four.
Bro, aren't you going to change classes?
Once you hit level 20, everyone's got the same goal. Complete your class change and leave the starter village.
No rush. You guys go on ahead.
Alright, Brother Expert, we'll be in touch.
See you later, God.
Chen Yu had already gotten somewhat familiar with the group. After hearing Tianqi and the others recount Lord Grimm's legendary feats, he'd settled on calling him God. Ye Shu smiled, then bid farewell to the four and left. The four of them headed back to the beginner village to pick up their class change quests. Ye Shu had Lord Grimm head toward the Green Forest dungeon, while he turned and logged into Chen Guo's account card. He logged the 10th server's level 5 Chasing Haze into the game. True, while Glory doesn't allow dual clienting, if you have two computers there's nothing stopping you from playing two accounts yourself. That was precisely Ye Shu's plan. With two or more players, you'd form a party, and that meant a chance to trigger a hidden boss. As for the Dark Knight Cat Demon, Ye Shu still needed to farm some materials from it. The first run yielded no hidden boss, so Ye Shu quit the dungeon without a word, leaving both characters in critical condition. In near-death mode, your health and mana are completely drained, and all your stats drop by 80%. You're basically useless, and it takes 10 minutes of rest to recover. Still, it's a bit faster than clearing the whole dungeon. Lord Grimm was already getting no experience from Green Forest. The original plan was to help Chasing Haze level up, but since Chen Guo said it didn't matter, Ye Shu just went with the flow. He got up, had a smoke, drank some water, and paced around a bit. By the time he returned, Lord Grimm and Chasing Haze were both ready. They entered the dungeon again. No hidden boss appeared, and Ye Shu promptly chose to quit once more. If you can clear it in 10 minutes, that's 6 runs an hour. Soloing Grim Forest usually takes 15 to 20 minutes, so the time saved is significant. But this method only works for grinding in the starter village. The regular dungeons after that all have daily or weekly entry limits, 5 times a day, 3 times a day, even once a day, or just once a week. This time, during the 10-minute wait, Ye Shu went to read up on the guides. He'd genuinely forgotten a lot of these early game details. Constantly having to check the guides after entering the dungeon just wasn't efficient. Another 10 minutes passed. Ye Shu entered Grim Forest again, but still no hidden boss. Unfazed, he exited and checked the guide. The 4th time, the 5th time, it seemed like Ye Shu had used up all his luck on the first day. 5 dungeon runs, and not a single hidden boss. Finally, on the 6th attempt, the system issued the prompt he'd been waiting for. Dark Knight Cat Demon. Ye Shu let out a long breath and started the run. Technically, once Chasing Haze was inside, she was useless. He could have just logged her out or left her idle at the entrance. But Ye Shu figured he was running the dungeon anyway, so he might as well let her soak up some experience. He began multitasking. First, he positioned Chasing Haze. Lord Grim would pull the mobs, bring them over, and kill them within range so Chasing Haze could soak up the experience. Yi Shu was kept busy, dashing from one spot to the next. Patrons who got up to use the restroom in the middle of the night would pass by the front desk and stare, utterly dumbfounded.
Hey man, you're playing on one machine, that's fine. But two, that's just insane, man.
Ye Shu turned his head and gave the guy a smile, but said nothing, his hands never stopping their work on the keyboard. Once the Dark Knight Cat demon appears, the rest is a foregone conclusion. The items Yi Shu needed were guaranteed to drop. His luck just determined the quantity. The moment the loot dropped, Ye Shu's luck flared up once more. 4 pieces of the Dark Knight Cat armor he needed dropped at once. Combined with the 2 from the first run, he now had 6. Yi Shu needed 8 of these in total. 1 more drop would do it. After clearing the Dark Knight Cat demon, Yi Shu once again made a flashy exit from the dungeon, continuing his 10-minute cycle of endlessly farming for hidden bosses. Once, nothing. Twice, still nothing. As Ye Shu returned for his 3rd attempt, ready to test his luck, a pending system message suddenly caught his eye. He clicked it open. A system prompt appeared. Player Blue River has requested to add you as a friend. Accept. Blue River? Who's that? Ye Shu scanned the area around Lord Grim, but didn't see a player by that name. He figured it was just someone who'd spotted a level 20 character standing guard outside Green Forest and wanted to add him for a carry. Ye Shu casually clicked ignore, only to find another one. He clicked again and another appeared. He kept clicking and they kept coming. In a single burst of clicks, he discovered that in the last 10 minutes, this player named Blue River had persistently sent Lord Grim a total of 18 friend requests. Ignoring isn't rejecting. A message that's been ignored can be brought back up and acted on. Ye Shu was impressed. This guy's persistence was truly something else. So he scrolled back, found the message, and clicked accept.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Blue River from the Blue Brook Guild. In-game name Blue River Spring Snow.
The moment the friend request was accepted, a message popped up. No pleasantries, no small talk, just a straight-up introduction. This guy was clearly confident.
Hello.
Yi Shu's reply was simple. After all, he'd been in the glory scene for 10 years. He knew the Lengxi Pavilion, one of the 3 great guilds, quite well. As for who this Blue River or Spring Snow was, Ye Shu had no idea. Now, if it were Huang Shaotian and his sword saint, Troubling Rain, Ye Shu would be far more familiar. Blue River had no idea that the person he was about to deal with was an expert operating on a whole different level. After all, the name Blue River Spring Snow was enough to make waves in the online gaming world. Confident that Blue River was now recognized, he moved the conversation forward.
Hey man, what are you up to?
Running a dungeon.
Yi Shu didn't stand around chatting. As he sent the reply, both Lord Grim and Chasing Haze had already entered the Forest of Grim.
Huh? Which dungeon?
Green Forest.
Blue River was confused for 5 seconds, then guessed what he thought was the only possible answer.
Helping a friend?
You could say that.
We're 1 short for Frost Forest. Interested in joining us, brother?
All right. Why me?
Why did I pick you?
That question made Blue River sigh with a deep sense of nostalgia. To explain it all would take a long, long time, a whole day's worth of story.